Yo, yo, yo. Frankie V in the house. What's going on? U Stadium. We in here. The NFL season starting right now. It's about to start, and we're ready. We're ready, and we're pumped, and this is going to be one of the better NFL seasons, I think. There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of players. I'm really excited for what's about to go down. But let's get into the regular season predictions. I'm going to give you my MVP, offensive, defensive player of the years, offensive, defensive rookie of the years, coach of the year, AFC and NFC championship matchups, and my Super Bowl winner. I'm sure you might have an idea, but I'll give you a hint about my Super Bowl winner. There's a sign somewhere behind me to kind of give you a hint of who I think is going to win the Super Bowl. But let's get into it. I'm going to drop him like it's hot, quick, fast, easy. Pause. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, MVP. I think with the amount of weapons that he has at his disposal this year, Rashee Rice is not going to get suspended, it looks like, this year. Xavier Worthy, Isaiah Pacheco another year, and Travis Kelce, list goes on and on. Hollywood Brown's going to come back. They're going to light it up. Patrick Mahomes, I think, wants to prove to the world that he really is the GOAT. He might be the GOAT, actually. I mean, he might be. But I think he's on a mission to prove that he is the GOAT. This is the year I think he just goes completely off. I was trying to talk myself into C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, even Aaron Rodgers. No. Keep it simple, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid, simple, whatever the hell it is. It's Patrick Mahomes, MVP. Offensive player of the year. My guy, my favorite player in the NFL, number 5 on the New York Jets, Garrett Wilson. This guy is about to light it up. The targets are going to keep stacking up and up and up. He finally has a good quarterback, and he is just going to take over the league this year at the wide receiver position. Garrett Wilson is going to be your offensive player of the year. Over the last 5 years, 3 wide receivers have won the award. I think he's going to win it this year. Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons. All this dude does is wreak havoc in the backfield. I think Dallas is going to be pretty good this year. I think they're a little bit of a sleeper on defense, too. I think Micah Parsons, this is the year he wins it. He was in the running last year, sort of had some injuries, and that defense sort of switched some things up. Micah Parsons, I think, is going to be your defensive player of the year. Offensive rookie of the year. My favorite quarterback out of this last draft, Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is in the perfect system for what he wants to do. Cliff Kingsbury's there, Terry McLaurin. They have weapons there. I think Jaden Daniels and the way he likes to sling it, confident kid, I just think he's going to light it up in Washington. I like him in that division, too. I don't think there's too many daunting secondaries in that division. So I think Jaden Daniels is going to have a really, really good year, and I think he takes Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Another one of my favorite players out of the draft. I mean, obviously, I'm going to tell you who I thought was great in the draft and who's in a good system. Terrion Arnold, cornerback out of Alabama, going to the Indianapolis Colts this last draft. Love that for him. Love him in that defense. He can be opportunistic. He's going to make a lot of plays on the football. They got Aiden Hutchinson. They got a bunch of guys in that secondary. Terrion Arnold's going to light it up this year, and I think he's going to be your Defensive Rookie of the Year. Coach of the year. I was going back and forth with this one. I wasn't thinking about Robert Saleh, by the way. So you Jeff fans, you guys and gals are crazy for thinking Robert Saleh is even in this running. He's not. Let me just tell you. No, but not to be a hater. I have D'Amico Ryans, who should have maybe won it last year. I have him winning it this year. I think Houston might even take a step forward this year. I love their offense. And I think their defense is just going to get better. D'Amico Ryans' team's going to win a lot of games. I think he's going to propel himself into that conversation, and he's going to win the award at the end of the year. Okay, I forgot comeback player of the year. Sorry. Comeback player of the year. Everyone's got him as comeback player of the year. I can't not have him. Aaron freaking Rodgers. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. Again, looking at him, I want to see what he does as a quarterback, improvising to his third or fourth or fifth reads down the field. Is he going to scramble? What's he going to do back there? But I think he's going to do enough to win the award. So I have Aaron freaking Rodgers as your comeback player of the year. Now, let's get into it. AFC, NFC championship games. Got in one corner, the New York Jets, my New York Jets versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the matchup we all want to see. I think this is the matchup we will see. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid, Robert Saleh kind of scares me, but Andy Reid, Robert Saleh, go down the list. I think we finally get there. It's been 50 years, but we finally get there. On the other side, this is a little interesting, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to make the NFC Championship game. I think they're going to be better than people think this year. Mike McCarthy is one of the most underrated coaches in the game. He has those boys always prepared. I have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. And I think that is going to be an awesome matchup right there. And let me start with the NFC who's going to win. I have the Cowboys vindicating the Dez Dropnik game to go to the Super Bowl to match up against Aaron freaking Rodgers. Mike McCarthy against his old quarterback, against the guy that apparently he didn't want to draft, in that Alex Smith draft. What is it, 05? Aaron Rodgers versus Mike McCarthy. Tyron Smith versus his old team. New York City fans going at each other. We got a lot of Cowboys fans out here. And the Jets win the Super Bowl, baby. The freaking Jets are going to do it this year. This is the year we were supposed to win last year. There was too much excitement, too much noise, too much this. My grandfather always said in life, if things seem too good to be true, they probably are. And sometimes too much is worse than not enough. Last year was too much, too good to be true. It's not how life works. This year is how life works for the New York Jets, and I see us winning the Super Bowl and finally hosting that Lombardi Trophy for the second time, and Aaron Rodgers goes out into the sunset or goes out into the rainforest, and we are just throwing the best parade New York City's ever seen for a championship team. Those are my predictions. If you want to make your predictions, go in the U Stadium app. We have a takes feature. Now we actually have a picks feature where you can pick different games and soon player props, and we're adding parlays. Go in there. The more points you get, the more money you get. Everything's based on a point system. Go in there, drop your hot takes, drop your predictions. Frankie V, U Stadium, we out. It's all about the U. I'm doing a show on Sunday mornings, and I'll be doing post games with the New York Post. Frankie V, we out.